Start recording. Okay, here we go. So, how do I encrypt my invisible folders, like from ThunderBird, my profile folder? Because if I go here in my file manager, let's say, I have to go in View Hidden Files. This one here, .thunderbird, that's where my profile lives. You see, crash, pending, blah, 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 blah. These are two profile folders. And this is what I got here, default, you see. So these are my profiles. There's everything in it. My address book, my link to my address book, which is CalDAV, right? My calendars, my inbox, everything is in that. My GPG keys, everything is already in this thing here. Everything is nicely set up and the way it should be running. So the way I do it, I create now this is empty. Just in case, I will delete this. Ooh, bye-bye. Create vault. I use Cryptomator and not VeraCrypt because in the end, it only encrypts files in folders. VeraCrypt and creates a volume and encrypts the whole volume. Doesn't matter if you change one file or all of it. So I call it ThunderBird Profile. Oh, where am I? Profile. Custom location in my home folder. Otherwise I would have chosen a different. That sounds good to me. My home folder Dirk here. So when I create now, I say no hidden files. Click. I say next. I don't expert mode. That's good enough for me. I'm not an expert. I just click next. My super secret password. Yes, please, better safe than sorry. That gives you, pops up a window. You have a passphrase there. And if you don't want it, like I with photographic memory, you just create it anyway. And I say not unlock. I said just done. So, because if I say unlock, it will open the vault, the Cryptomator vault here. Like this, like if I would see, that's how it looks like, right? So, I'll leave it like this now. Now if I say unlock, I thought I unlocked it. Oh no, I just created it. Okay. Real drive? No. So, because I don't want it open all the time, right? When I fire it up later, I just want to put my password in and it's ready to work. So if I go here, it looks now like this. That's the same here. See, that's different here. ThunderBird Profile. So if I go here, well, it looks like this. That's now the virtual volume. See, that's the one. That's where the data comes in. Welcome is where you want to put it in, and in important, that's where you don't touch the thing. So see if I go here. Oh yeah, reveal drive. Okay, no, all right, you have to reveal it then here for copy purpose, right? So that is the one where you put all your encrypted stuff in. So my folder, I use Sooner now. Oh, I use File Manager. I want to see if PCManFN can do the same thing. So I just close that for now here. It should stay open. There it is with the lock open, so it does work. Now I go here and say, show me the hidden files. Hidden files. Here's my ThunderBird folder, and this is my, I cut it, I want it out of there, and I want it into the later encrypted folder. When I close it, then this gets all encrypted here. Yeah, Cryptomator will encrypt this. So, but I've got nothing here. So if I fire up now ThunderBird, there is no profile. I'm the lazy guy, right? So what I do, I take them all except the welcome thing. And then I move them over, and I use the Alt button, and then I make a link here. That's a symlink. So if I click here now, let's say here, crash report, look at this, I'm all in it. No, ThunderBird does not know that these are symlinks. It just opens it up, but it opens it up from here. Yeah, so that's what it is. So this is what it really does. Through the symlinks, it will go to my encrypted folder. So if I go now and close this, show, and I say lock my profile. See, it's locking it. If I go in Thunderbird and click now here, oh, there's nothing. So it is encrypted. It's ready to go anytime I wanted to. I just have to go in, open Cryptomator, here it is, go here and say unlock it. Then I give it my password. I mean, remember, password beats the purpose, right? So we're not doing that. And now look at this, my symlinks are working. So if I would fire up Thunderbird, it works. So all I do is I create a folder which tells me which hidden folder I'm using. So ThunderBird Profile, so that's why I called my folder here, right, like this. Then I opened the ThunderBird Profile folder, which is called .thunderbird, copied everything from there into this. Hold on, I just go in File Manager. See, I open then this. So Thunderbird, not Cryptomator, will put it here in the window. So opened vault, that means your real files, right? So I copy then everything from my invisible folder into the created folder vault, right? So when I got this, now that all of it is inside, and with that, then I just use symlinks like I did, right? I just marked them all, except this. Then I moved it over. I used the Alt button, released the left click mouse, and had that menu, and I just said link. And that's how I got my symlinks. There's a way to do it by terminal, but I mean, I'm the lazy guy. I don't want to do heavy lifting with the terminal if I don't need to. And I think marking them all, moving them over with the left click mouse pressed, then pressing Alt, releasing the left mouse button, getting the menu, say link it, and I got it all done. Now it's good. So this is how simple it is. And now, let's say if I fire up my computer, all I got to do is go unlock, because I said don't open it, right? It wanted to remember my thing. So it's unlocking it, it's open, but it doesn't open any window because it doesn't need to. And if I would now click my Thunderbird, it would open it up and works just fine. That's how you do it. And you can do it with every invisible folder, right? You can, for example, you can go in here, PCman FM, and you go in, where do I have it? VeraCrypt is here, but we can go, where do I have that? Where did I find them? No, not here. Mozilla, FireFox, ThunderBird, Synology Drive, yeah, I think in config it is, yeah. So brief, I'm not too sure, but I've got my app image from LibreWolf, here it is, and here it is. I can do exactly the same thing. Put that in my ThunderBird profile, for example. I could just call it profiles, right? But if I know it is in ThunderBird profile, and then I link it over here, it's the same thing. All my bookmarks, and I will do this. So I open up File Manager. I go in my ThunderBird profile thingy here. I take the whole thing here. Yeah, no, I can't do it. See, I should have created a folder here first. So I called, you know what, I just do this. I create it here. ThunderBird. So, and now I move everything I have, except the new created folder, and move it over here. That's moved. That is not a hard link. It's all here now, right? Now I go and make a folder called LibreWolf, like that. And I just put LibreWolf in here, the whole thing. And I move it. Did it move it? Well, let's see, I just cut it. There's a thing I could have done this with all of it. Overwrite. So there it goes. So now I click it with the left mouse, I hold it, I move it back into the config from LibreWolf, Alt button, release the left click, say link here, and now it has everything what it wanted. My profile, see group, profile groups. That means I also have my extension there. Everything is there, my bookmarks, my extension, so I don't have to import anything. So this is done, this is good. And if I go back in here, ThunderBird, because I changed this, you see, that's gone. So I have to delete these guys here, bye-bye. And now I go back, click, now I go in my ThunderBird. Lazy as I am, I mark them all. I will left click with the mouse, hold it, move it over, press the Alt button on the left, I use that one. Then I release the mouse click and I say link here, and now it will work. And when I close this vault, can I rename it? No. Maybe when it's unlocked. So, however, if I open up LibreWolf, I can't do it. I might have something open. I'll pause it. One moment. Okay, so I just closed everything. So if I open up LibreWolf, you can see I don't have a window open, but all my shortcuts are here, all my bookmarks, everything is here. My I didn't add this, but my KeyPass browser is here, everything is here. It's all doing okay. So that's the beauty when you make links. I'll most likely create this again, and I just call it profiles. Yeah. Maybe internet profiles. I have to find a good name for it. In a moment, I'll just leave it as is because I know. Or I just call it ThunderBird LibreWolf. But then it gets longer, right? I'll call it profiles. I will just make a new one. And okay. Just for the exercise. So I will not lock it. I'll go in my thingy here. I go for ThunderBird. I've got these two, right? These are the originals, right? So I go and say copy, just in case I want to see what it does, right? When we play around here. I go in downloads. Oh, sorry, guys. Rename. We just call it originals. Originals. The vampires. Original. So I'll copy then. Oh, dear me. Why is that? Well, I delete this now because I don't know what it did there in the download folder. Remove. So now we call it originals. Dang it. I think I played too much around with it. So like that. Then I copy my ThunderBird in. That is LibreWolf's ThunderBird, right? So if I lock this now, now I can remove it. Yep. If I fire it up, that's how it looks like. So if I open now LibreWolf, it will be struggling because nothing there. Exit. So there's nothing there, right? The same message you get from ThunderBird if the profile is not there. So I create a new one now. So I create new, and I call it profiles. Profiles with an S. There we go. I want to have it. Yeah, just in the home directory. Profiles. Click. Enable expert settings. No, we're over it. We give it a master password. I will not forget it. It's password 1234. Nobody will ever get this. Unlock now. Click. And yeah, remember password beats the purpose. I would not. Because then here, remember my choice. I don't want to reveal the drive. I just go done. And then usual, I open up, let's say sooner. Then I should have, here's profiles. You see, there's my welcome thing. So I leave it in just to recognize it. So now I go, copy these two, I copy them just in case if the system makes a mistake, I would never, right? So I copy them over here. That takes a tiny moment. See, there it goes. And now I go again here in my home folder, config. That was where LibreWolf was living. Here's LibreWolf. See, there's a dead thing. I'll delete it. So usually you would have your space. Then I move LibreWolf. I link this, so I have to sorry. So LibreWolf. Then I left click it, move it over to that original config LibreWolf. I use the left Alt button. I release that did not work. Not as intended. So I delete this again. Maybe I did hold it too long. So I hold it with my left click, move it over, Alt button. Why is it not working? That's interesting. Well, how do I did this? You know what? We go to ThunderBird and see if that does the same thing. Right? ThunderBird, crash report, delete. There we go. Now go on ThunderBird, mark them all, move over, Alt button. No, that's not what it's supposed. Ah, you know what? This is sooner. This is sooner, that's why not. So, or I have to show invisible, maybe. This is just me trying out now, yeah? So, because it didn't show invisible, so that. Nope, it doesn't do it. Okay, now I know what it is. We just have to use PCManFM then for this. See, I click this away. I open up PCManFM. That's a file manager thing. Here's my profiles, there it is. I go in Thunderbird, click, click. I mark them all again. Left click, hold it down, move over, Alt button, release, link here. Choop, there it is. Now they're working. Now I have to go back in config, find my LibreWolf. Where are you? LibreWolf, there you are. Now I go back here, open LibreWolf, that's the one. Left click, holding, press the left Alt button, release, link here. Done. That's the whole thing. That was it. So, now we know it didn't work with Sooner, but it does work with PCManFM. There it is. So, perfect. Because, I mean, there are ways you can do it with a terminal and type and, no, I don't want it, right? That's the easiest way, and I like the easiest way. So now I know in my profiles folder is a folder of the profiles holding, but they're inside. So that's the inside profile folder from LibreWolf. That's the inside from the profile folder Thunderbird. Right? So, and let's say I lock it now. Shit, that goes away, right? And now if I open it up, let's say I go in File Manager. If I say not visible, that's confusing. Where's my profiles? Profiles. Why is it not here? Here. And that's how it looks like when it's encrypted. So this is what everybody would see if you open up. And it says important, not anymore. Or what was the other one? README or something. So again, unlocking. So in theory, I click here. See, now it says, ah, yeah, welcome. So now I know I'm right. I got it properly done. And we needed to use PCManFM. I mean, I installed PCManFM usual anyway. I like Sooner too. That's why I got both. I have both, just in case. And so that's how I did it. And that's how I can do it too. So we had some extra, right? We had to figure out, because if I show you this and you think it works with Sooner and it didn't, then it didn't. But now we know with PCManFM, it works, easy peasy. And once you have your symlinks, if you really don't want PCManFM, you can uninstall it again. But I would leave it. As I said, you see, Sooner I've got extra file manager, that's my PCManFM. And that's how it looks like. Sooner looks a little bit more aesthetic, I would think. But if I go here, my profiles, Duran, that's, oh yeah, that here, I have to go here. See, if I go here in profile, it shows me still the encrypted stuff. So here in PCManFM, it will be on the left side when it's open. Right, so if I close it, lock, now open PCManFM, and it's not here anymore. Now it is only here in the home folder and encrypted. So if I leave this open and I say unlock, I put my password in. I sound like a Linux mensch, huh? Now here it is. And now I've got my access to my files. I think it's good to remember, right? If it's open, it shows up on the left side. If it's closed, then it is wherever you created the folder. And it's encrypted. That's a good thing to see, no? And this one I just bookmarked so that I have easy access to my Thunderbird folder. So here you see all symlinks, all working. Perfect. Great. All right, so that's how you can still, I don't like the left click for the menu. Well, you see, I click with left here, but however, so this is it. Now we know. I got it sorted out. How long is that video now gone? 20 minutes. I think that's long enough. This was just a helper video. You don't get any entertainment here for free. Now, this channel is without advertisement, so don't you worry. It should be. I don't want to make money with it. I got help in the earlier days. Now I help people back. This is how it is. All right. I hope this will help you a lot, because as I said in the other video about FunOS on my laptop, it was a deal breaker not to encrypt my hard drive because of such things like my Thunderbird. My Thunderbird has the PGP keys in and everything, and my passwords and my emails and calendar and address book, everything is there. I could not have the wild thing going on that somebody steals my laptop, opens Thunderbird and has everything just available. Now they don't even have my bookmarks there. The next thing I'm going to do, and if I go in File Manager, see, I go in my Nextcloud. I've got a thing called here KeePass Active. So I'm thinking KeePass Active, I do exactly the same like I just did, but instead of my home folder, I create the Vault folder in my Nextcloud. So when I close it, it gets fully encrypted and uploaded. Of course, as long as you have it open, nothing will get uploaded. If you close it, then it gets uploaded, right? Because it gets rewritten. I tried that with Dropbox. That's how it was there. And I trust the same here. So on KeePass doesn't have many things, just the database and a backup database, and then it gets encrypted. So it's the same thing, right? If somebody's stealing it, at least they have to first encrypt it to see the database, and then they have to hack the database. And that is not easy because I've got a massive, absolute massive password. Okay, so that is that. So, very easy. And I think, yeah, I will just line up my vaults here. Click, 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 click. That's then the only downside, right? Because I have to import these vaults out. So I will play around how that goes. And if somebody really needs it, I'll make a video about it, or I just mention it in the next video. Next video will be again a distro, and I will install it in a virtual box. I will shorten the time that you don't have to watch with me 10 hours getting something copied. Nobody needs that. So I will pause it. And that is maybe a good alternative. I don't know. I haven't fired it up yet. I found it interesting, but now I have no immediate reason anymore to throw FunOS off, so it can stay on my laptop, because I will just play around how to secure your Linux distribution when encrypting hard drive is not an option, or you don't want to because you have it set up so nice and you don't want to screw it up, right? And you don't want to use something like Time Machine or Picard backup to get that all back up. So, however, then, like this, encryption, you are the most important things. That's an easy way to do. Yes, it is. So, I most likely can do the same with Brave. I will try that all out. I'll play around. But this is how it is. Often these profiles already, as we know, I've got now LibreWolf's, ThunderBird, and LibreWolf is an up image, so it does the same thing. And ThunderBird is the tar file which I packed up here. That was a tar file. On Google Chromium, I got that here too. We'll play with that. All right. So I hope this helps you and at least makes it interesting. And Cryptomator is for free, except on Android. You have to pay a license for it. I think you can donate for it, so I will definitely donate. I will donate something because I'm using it now, and it's justified to give them a few bucks. You know, if they would have, say, let's say 100,000 users and everybody gives $1, that's $100,000. That's a nice thing to do, no? It's the same with Session. Session didn't need to go down. It's not down yet, but they need $1 million. But they have over 1 million users. If every user gives $1 in a year, that's $1 million. Then they have the extra the payment to keep it running. And if it's more than $1 million, then they have extra money in the pocket, which they need, right? So the masses makes it, the numbers. As more we are, as easy as it is to give and be successful. And that's what everybody's afraid of. That's why they have infiltrated Linux, coming with money in. And now they're taking over and destroying it. Well, that is that. Now I cut the video off. I hope it worked. And I know it works. I hope it helps you too. If you need it, it's a good thing to have. Okie dokie. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Oh, it has to write this first.